Hi there. Sorry once again for the sudden music change. Hi there. Good evening. I'm having an issue where my volume is not I can't adjust my volume from my PC like I normally can. So I actually have to use my headphones volume slider to do it. That happens sometimes. Yeah, it's morning on my side. Anyway, I did play a little bit off stream. Might wonder where did I get all of these new monsters from. It actually didn't take as long as it may seem. I'll show you why in a little bit. But one thing I wanted to highlight was this one. When I was playing off stream, I scouted the Canibox in the wild. It's a mimic that pretends to be a chest until you try to open it. And it is actually a really difficult monster to scout. I tried it and the odds of success were like 3%. And it worked. So I wasn't required or anything, of course, but if that happened on stream, it would have been a major highlight. So I'm actually a bit bummed that it happened off stream. I did take a screenshot just in time to prove I did it. There it is, but it doesn't show the scouting odds, which really were very low. And it came at level 30, which is much higher than any other monster I have. Stat-wise, it's not that impressive because it's never been synthesized. And I'm not expecting it to be super overpowered or anything, but I do want to include it in my main party. Because it was such an unlikely find. Something I want to do now is I've gathered a few monsters and I looked at the wiki. There's basically a scheme you can follow where you can make a certain chain of fusions to climb up your monster's ranks until you reach rank B. And that would be nice since our highest rank so far is your D rank. So here it is. I'm gonna start at the third step of this process because I already have these two monsters. It's the Belef and the Westless armor. We fuse it into this Emo monster, then fuse it into a Slimy, then finally into this Drooling monster, which is a B rank. So I already have this one, and a Restless Armor. I get a D rank monster as a result. Now I'll fuse this one with a Slimy, but first we need to get them to level 10. So I'll place both of them on the backup. And this is where we were before. It seems like I just swiped to the same room, but that changed my circle of hell. So here's one thing the game just introduced. There are monster eggs on the map now. And I've spent a good time off stream going after them. They respawn with time. And they also spawn the previous maps we cleared before now. This was how I got all those water monsters you saw on my depot. Including my first few large size monsters. So just get to an egg, check it, and it hatches immediately. It's like a gacha game, down to the animation. So first I'll get in a couple battles to level up those two. Then we come back, fuse them, and repeat the process. For the Iron Maiden, I really outed to give her stronger magic talents. Because the one she currently uses is called Magic Maven, which gives her a good diversity of spell elements. But none of them are really strong, like the one the Flyton uses. And there's no upgrade to her talents, so like... the Flyton has this one, that's what it was called. Pres Virtuoso, that's an upgraded talent. Because before he had a weaker Freeze talent. By maxing it out and then fusing the monster, you unlock the higher level of talent. But this doesn't happen with this one that the Iron Maiden has, so I just have to replace it. I did explore this entire zone up to the point where the plot would progress off stream. But since I'm gonna be grinding a bit anyway, I can show it off. Like, since this is the middle echelon of another circle we explored before, I thought it would look pretty similar. But that's not the case, this is very distinctive from the other one. I think just one more battle will be good to level up the hypothermal. Metal Slime card, that's item that gives you experience for one monster. That one says Liquid Metal Slime, so it's probably stronger. So we're returning to the altar, just to remind you what we're doing. We fuse the Hypothermal and the Slime to a Shadow Slime. Then that with a Frolicker, which I got from an egg before. And we get a B rank monster. I mean, we'll see whether that works. I'm not sure it does. Oh, he's got Whack. This would be good to fuse with the Mimic, because the Mimic has a trait that buffs the success rate of Whack. That's the instant kill spell. But the Mimic is like F rank, we'd have to lower it all the way back down. I should be synthesizing some of my other monsters as well. So my party is definitely not strong enough. But now that I've got quite a few options, I'm very indecisive on what to do. I think I can start by fusing my Iron Maiden with this dragon, because it has a Wisdom Booster 2 talent. I guess I'll go with this one. Doesn't look very good, but has pretty high Wisdom. And we can turn her back into an Iron Maiden later on. Yeah, it does look like it. Now as for fusing the cannon box with somebody. I mean, it can be a yokai singer. My healer can turn into a Night Seeker because this one also has pretty high wisdom. Now who else? Nothing too interesting for my tank to become so far. I think I'll keep it as is for now. Yeah, I actually wanted one of those, but I'm not sure it's terribly strong. Everybody has to level up is on the reserve party. These are quite different part of that circle. That's something that happens to you in a dream. I need to address the Flyton's one weakness, is that he's very powerful but he runs out of MP way too quickly. And that's enough. Now let's see if we can make a B rank monster. Should be this one with the Shadow Slime. And sure enough, a B rank monster. He seems very debuff focused. And since he's R1 B rank, I'd be tempted to consider turning him into a giant monster by fusing him with one of those. Which I might do once his level is high enough. Now for the rest of my party. I'll try to make a few monsters I haven't had before. Now I think I'll mostly be looking to the monsters' new talents as opposed to their stats for deciding who I'm gonna fuse. Oh yeah, you can become a hand, why not? But the talents is something I've had before. So... oh, another fat. Alright, now all those backup monsters have leveled up also. Uh, 4 stars on defense, this one might be decent as a tank. Oh, a metal dragon. When I played on DS, this one was one of my main party members throughout the main story. Pretty good tank skills as well. No, what else do I give in? Those two talents have a lot of overlaps, so I think I'm dropping Defender. There's a first monster in IUI, that's one that I actually really like. And he came up shiny as well. There's a stronger golden version of this monster which is probably in this game. I don't know how hard it is to make. Oh, and there's the boss from the Candy World. I think I'll drop Fighter in favor of this one. I was actually wondering whether those boss monsters were playable or just exclusive as enemies. Let's make a Seiza Aficionado out of this one. Should I make a Rock Bomb? Actually, this Bang Aficionado talent is should be good for a spellcaster. The rest can wait. We spend a lot of time here already. So that's the healer. Now most of the party has to level up again. Let's see whether this party can still face the enemies in this circle. Alright, I forgot to allocate their skill points. Also, why is my tank not in their party? Going back here. And there, now you can be a tank again. I actually don't remember the exact path to get down there. This entire Eklund is just a big labyrinth. And the fact you can't see inside the buildings in the app makes it a bit difficult to memorize. Right, the reason why the Night Sneaker, the boat monster, is so large is because I did fusing with a giant monster. I think when you synthesize two monsters, their sizes are averaged. And the Night Seeker was just not enough to count as a large two slot monster. I'm not sure there was a passage over here. It's definitely not this way. There is an exit over there, but you can't pass through it because of the electricity. It might be a specific season that disables it. Oh, he acted twice in a turn. So he can also Mist Me, which makes him immune to the next attack, and Selflessness, which makes start by attacking on the same turn. Yeah, there was actually a game for the 3DS in this series, that's Joker 3, that allow you to ride your monsters. Shame they didn't keep that. A massive difference in my damage output once the Flyto runs out of mana. Also, a reason why I think the maps might feel like sometimes a bit too large and almost barren is this could be a design artifact from when the series used to have giant monsters. Because those would actually show up on the map and that's why you needed a lot of space. Normally you're just meant to avoid them until like the post game when you're actually expected to try and face them. Unfortunately, Miss Me only protects from the next hit. So if he takes multiple hits in one turn, he's still gonna take damage. Also, I'm really not sure if this is the way to go. There's this staircase to my left, which might look like it takes you away from this building. But I think it just leads to inside it. So it's a bit deceptive. That well monster was the well mimic, as I think I talked about last stream. There are those wells you can go down, but it might be a monster in disguise. I think I found it. Also, there's the super boss of the second. Oh, and I didn't see this red magician before. But can I scout it? It's got the highest attack. No luck. Because it'd probably be a good one to fuse into my algae monster over there. Forgot what it was called. A monster getting bullied up there. There are up 2 eggs up there on the roof, but I think it has to be a different season to get there. Yeah, do it try one more time. Oh, good one. Sadly, it also just says Magic Maven, but it might have some interesting synthesis results. Cuckoos, butter eggs in otter bird's nest. Nope, never heard of that. No, this is already territory I haven't been to before. They're doing like a warp for this area. Yes, so let's go back to the altar. Yeah, that's fascinating. For what can we do if you are a B rank monster? Headless Horseman, Admire, the Zombie Dragon, a lot of options now. But can I make him a giant? I guess that because he's just size 18, when he averages with the large monsters, it's always gonna be a small result. That's the refrigerator. Outrageous damage. That sounds interesting. Also wanted to check out the Headless Horseman. This one seems like a very powerful physical fighter. So I think it could go either way. Too bad you only have one of those. The drug's more of a mixed one because it has slashes and spells. I don't think either of those comes with an attack boost. Yes, I'll probably have to synthesize in further later on anyway. So let's go with the Horseman for now. Pretty cool looking. This reminds me of a Dullahan monster I had on my endgame party on the DS game. So same thing, except it doesn't have a horse. And then we can fuse in again to make him giant once he reaches level 10. I'm checking whether you have anybody with an MP boost talent to give the flight on, since he runs out so fast. But doesn't seem like it. But by fusing the Cursed Kruner again when it has the Zap Aficionado talent maxed out, we unlock the Zap Virtuoso talent, which is an upgraded version. That's what I was looking for. Oh yeah, off the top of my head, I actually can't think of one RPG protagonist with a player weapon. Also, here's another bot evading the URL filter. Actually forgot to change that. They are adapting. How many talent points do you have? Because since I maxed out this skill on the Lumpling, I'll also fuse him. They even go out of the way to like use an URL that doesn't end in .com. Because if they did, my filter would block them out anyway. Guess I have to add like .live and other URL ends to my filter. I think I saw that on YouTube once. Like, don't get on the 400s if it's Cafrizon. I was shocked when he was doing 300 back then. Horseman gets a plus 48 attack buff. 28 is not too bad, but it's not gonna be enough. Nothing up here. Oh, I'm back to the start. I would look at that spell. Also a big boost to the dragon's defense. But the Horseman has the same problem as the Phyton, only it's even worse. His MP just run out with a single cast of the Tatai spell. He just gets it back because he's leveling up, but it's gonna be a problem later. There seems to be some kind of door puzzle in here, but I haven't found any switch or anything. with that door blocked, I don't think there's anything else to see in floor 2. Oh, you... Okay, you just have to interact with it, of course. Why wouldn't I think of that? No chest or anything in this room, I think. Just a bedroom. I just see the door in the reddish light on top of it, and I think it must be locked, right? Why wouldn't it be? This is like a military base and everything. There is a kitchen. This just takes us back to the beginning.
Oh.
I hope there's still another checkpoint in here, because I will have to come back to the altar. Of course, it's a mimic. So I had said that I managed to scout one off stream before, so I just want to show how low the odds of success were. Yeah, that. Now imagine if that also succeeded. The thing of monsters joining you after battle is so unlikely that it only happened once. With that tree stump when we were back in the very first zone. I'll see what's down here first. It's a bunch of gold bars and Saru does not care about it at all.
Oh.
Isn't it amusing how anytime you find a huge pile of treasure, the main characters have some reason or another to not take it? In Trials of Mana, the excuse was we can't carry it all or something. The boss is up there. This takes me to the beginning, but can I then go back to the top floor? Oh, okay, there's the warp. So let's at least heal up. So we can make the horseman large, but we will have to address his MP running out so quickly. But I think we'll do that after the boss. Did you get any new clothing? Nope. I think the ones you got as DLC in the beginning are the only ones.
Mata.
Alright, the bank. We'll see if this part is good enough for the boss. That's Darius. I was expecting Nick monster. This one's just a generic demon. Alright, we're just dragged into it. Now the Horseman's one cast off Withering Look at least is good for clearing the minions. Okay, easy enough. Like I said before, my party fires better against multiple not so strong enemies rather than a single very powerful one. Are you actually becoming playable?
ヘルバトラーを倒せばこの地は救われる。渡したいものがあります。私は後ほどロザリーヒルへ参りましょう。
これでこのエリアの魔物も仲間になりやすくなりましたね。帰りましょう。ロザリーヒルへ。
Oh, there was a Mandrake over there. I would have tried to scout him. Mine, I actually really like a lot of monsters from the slime family. which was why I was bummed that a lot of them didn't make it to this game.
エンドールに行って武術大会に参加してくるといいにゃ。
If I had to pick one favorite, it might be the Metal Goddess, and I can try to look up artwork of her here. But she largely only appears in Japan only games, so it's not that easy. Okay, there's an in-game screenshot of her. It's not that high resolution, but it will have to do. This one. Out of many metal slime type monsters this series has, this is probably the single most powerful there ever was. She's in Dreamcast Monster 2 for the 3DS. She's a super giant monster, so she takes up all of your 4 party slots. She's very difficult to make. And I do wanna make one in my smartphone save of that game.
よろしくね。出場者名です。これって何なの？小さい頃につけられたあだ名？やだ、かっこいい。
あっちは観客席で応援してるにゃ。
No cat cows. Thanks.
はい、受付完了よ。それじゃ頑張ってね。
これよりエンドール武術大会を開催する。来た来た来た。いよいよ武術大会の始まりだ。さあさあ、大会の初戦にはこちらのポーカーフェイス
I mean, maybe she means break the competitors' legs, other people's.
なびく銀髪。ここのグランドスレイヤーのオナーリー。
At least that's how I thought of it.
対する相手は愛の拳マン参上、ミスターハーン。それでは第一試合。
So do I actually play this? Not really, not even animation.
美しい。ふわー、ギガ突破ね。異次元級の強さだぜ。
I imagine Sato just stares them down and they pass out of nervousness.
見事であった。お主の戦いぶり、わしも興奮したぞ。 一人目の決勝進出者はこいつだ。さあ次は誰なの誰なの誰なのよ。それじゃあ次の相手が決まるまで控え室で待っててくれ。
決勝進出おめでとう。あなたって自分で戦っても強いのね。
大スクープにゃ。サントハイムの国王が地獄の帝王復活の予知夢を見たらしいにゃ。国王は地獄の帝王の復活を国民に話して、サントハイムは今その話で持ちきりにゃ。うりゃにゃ。このままだと人間たちに地獄の帝王を見つけられちゃうにゃ。こうなったからにはサントハイムのやつらをどうにかした方がいいのにゃ。
とうとうあの人がサントハイムの罪なき人々を魔物の城デスパレスに連れて行ってしまうなんて。
Hey, I almost forgot about you.
あなたの騎士となるべくさこちらをお受け取りください。これで新たなエリアに行き、より強力な仲間を得られることでしょう。ランディオル大帝を倒すというあなたの目的に必ずや役立つはずです。この村は見たところ守りが手薄な様子。私がここに残りロザリー様をお守りする盾となりましょう。
This should unlock another middle echelon. There it is on the Circle of Conquest. Back to an early game circle.
常世の神の力あふれど多弱き者の命軽し。
There's that guy again.
やあ、来たね。待ってたよ。
あなたは最悪の魔球であった看守の。
覚えていてくれたんだね。嬉しい。僕はリュノ。今日はあの時の貸しを返してもらおうと思ってね。
貸し、もしかして 記憶の番犬から助けてくださった時の。
そう。実は最近この辺りに邪悪な竜が現れたんだ。ネグルっていう次元を超える竜だ。魔界の各地で目撃されている凶悪なやつさ。この楽園は僕の愛する場所なんだ。だから一緒に。
Little slice of pastoral bliss. That's not how I would describe this place.
ありがとう。あなたならそう言ってくれると思ってた。ところでこの近くに村があるんだ。そこまで来てほしい。
I'm not actually aware of any board game called Ludo.
この世の条理に我逆らえど見はるかすその美しく。
This is a very open area. This monster appears to be particularly powerful. Maybe I could fuse my spellcaster with this one. It's a D rank. Oh, and never mind the fact that it's called Psaro Spawn. So let's level this one up. That's probably a super boss. Kinda refreshing to have such an open zone after the last one was so labyrinthite that I kept going all around. Hiccup, sorry. There's probably more eggs back there, but I can look for those later.
皆さんニコニコしてる。この村はきっと安全なのですね。
暗き世界の過疎劇その2、まろうと来たり、そは光。来てくれたんだね。ようこそ弱き魔物の楽園ヘブンズ・キーへ。この楽園を守ることが僕の務めなんだ。あれは他の魔界から逃げてきた魔物か。怖い思いをしたね。でももう大丈夫。この村は平和でしょ。ここでならどんな魔物も安心して暮らせる。あなたと仲間たちの関係は理想的だね。僕にも理想がある。でもまずは次元竜ネグルだ。このエリアの南にある大きな山は見た。
It's kinda reminded me of the villain from Pokemon Black and White.
あれはつむり山って言うんだ。奴はあの山の白明の洞窟にいる。激しい戦いになると思う。どうか僕。ありがとう、嬉しいよ。じゃあ準備ができたら山の入り口に来てね。悪しき竜にまみえるものよ、君の眼に光あれ。
Shangri-La for monsters. Yeah, that could be you. Hey, there is another egg. Funnily enough, the size the monster is shown when the egg hatches is not very accurate. Some of them can be actually giants, and I was actually quite surprised when I checked them on the depot after hatching a few.
高き山に潜む邪悪なる竜に挑みし我らの満ち照らす花
I imagine he walks behind you, waxing poetic all the
お待たせ
time.
ネグルは参道の先にある白明の洞窟にいる道を開くために僕は先に行くよ
Yeah, that's the kisser. Also, that's a giant monster.
今だ
What? Alright, Frenzy has to attack a random combatant. It can be on for all your own allies. I was just unlucky there. That's an entire little hidden area in here. I thought it would take me to those couple eggs up there. I think this monster might be one that tries to flee from battle, so we just try to kill him fast. Yeah. Too bad the Flyton was out of MP. Speaking of monsters that run away, can you see it over there? You have to sneak up on it from behind. So Metal Slime, no use trying to scout it at this point. It's gonna be like 0% odds. We just get our strongest attackers and try to kill it before it runs away. Nice. That gives Zoe a lot of experience. Yeah, that's the Metal Slime's gimmick. A lot of attacks will do like 0 to 1 damage to it. And you have to try and kill it before it runs away. So you can imagine how much defense that the monster I showed off earlier has, the Metal Goddess. The season's about to change. So there might be some new accessible spots. Oh well, suddenly all the water has drained. Or maybe it became those King Bubble Slimes. So actually, can we head to where those eggs were before? Not really. I don't think there's a way to climb this, or is there? This almost looks like you can climb it, but that's not the case. This other one also needs a way to get high up.
ここが次元竜ネグルの救う白明の洞窟だよ。実はまだ言ってないことがあるんだ。僕はランディオル大帝とエルフの間に生まれた子供。あなたの母親違いの弟なんだよ。会いたかったよ、兄さん。
What?
あなたのことを忘れた日は一日としてなかった。ねえ、僕らの兄 帽子ディオロスを覚えてる。
Oh, they are two white heads. Should have figured that out.
兄さんは幼い頃に人間界へ捨てられたから覚えてなくても無理ないね。彼は今全魔界で最強と謳われている。大抵の後継者はディオロスに決まっている。つまり
殺されるってどういうことですか？
魔界では
That means killing them. The localization has made a number on the script.
ということになってる。けど本当はそうじゃない。兄さんの母親は我が子を連れて魔界から逃げたんだ。なぜなら大抵は後継者以外の子供を全員殺すつもりだから。その運命から逃れるためあなたと手を組みディオロスを倒す。そう考えたこともあった。でも戦いに明け暮れる日々なんて無意味だ。僕と一緒にこの楽園で平和に暮らそうよ。もしそうしてくれるなら兄さんの呪い、魔物を攻撃できなくなる呪いも僕が解いてあげる。
呪いを解けるのですか？
ああ、簡単だ。だって僕の体には君と同じエルフの血が流れているからね。だけどその前にネグルを倒さなくちゃ。それが済んだら返事を聞かせてよ。
It's a little contradictory to invite Psaro to live in a monster paradise and then remove his inability to hurt monsters. Don't think that's gonna turn out very well. And there's another nuke ability from the Horseman. Either needs a lot more MP or a way to recover MP. And those tunnels aren't that easy to find. Also, since you unlocked a checkpoint, let's try to synthesize someone.
ルーラ
Oh yeah, but would you trust somebody who voluntarily doesn't speak?
よろしくな。
I mean, you can trust Sin to keep her secrets at least. Yeah, we can make one of those armor guys. I could beef up the Metal Dragon's defense even more with this. Although he then becomes a pure tank, he doesn't do anything else. Yeah, I still have a lot of monsters I haven't worked out what they should be yet. As for this one... If I could get in with somebody that can learn a Drain Magic skill, that would be good for him. But I'm not sure if there is anybody. Oh, there's Dry Magic. Let's just see if there's isn't anybody better. I'm not sure. Dry Magic is good, but he's still gonna waste a lot of turns just to recover it. And it might not work on bosses. I wonder if I should just try making him giant. I don't know how much of a stat boost he gets from that. There he is. We use him for a couple attacks and then swap him out basically. This one should be good for magic. think I'll keep my healer as the boot monster for now. I don't like him, but he does have a lot of wisdom. It's about time we synthesize the Flight one as well. He's level 27 already. No, let's go with this one. Oh wait, those are interesting. Thank goodness I found that giraffe monster very ugly. And now that our Cursed Cloner became something else, we can turn our healer into that. I just have to not get them mixed up. And everybody's back to level 1. So I have to take them for spin on some easier circles first. But on doing that we can also look for some eggs. And I've been through this area before and the eggs have not respawned yet. What about this one? Same thing, but let's just level them up a little. Oh, the horseman doesn't even look that large. Meanwhile, this small Bonaido looks massive. For its size anyway.
ルーラ
There are eggs over there, but I think it has to be winter for you to be able to reach them. One thing the Wither look is good for is quickly getting your party's level back up, since your mana restores every time you level up. Also, the Horseman has this talent that can raise his MP, but it also raises Wisdom, which I'm not sure is good for him. There are a lot of attacks I'm not sure what stat they use to define their power. But I don't think any of them have used Wisdom for the Horseman. So it's a lot of points wasted to get to the MP upgrades. I think we can already go back to the middle echelon.
ルーラ
Jump scare. They jump scare me, but I'm the one ambushing them somehow. So the horseman learned Kamikaze, but I actually want to disable it. Because I don't want him to blow himself up automatically. Also, this is the first time I visit this menu. Oh, it's automatically disabled. That's good. I can also stop him from using the spells that use it too much MP. So if I can't find any way to make him give him more mana or anything, I can try to set that. Let's see how the rest of the party performs now. That's a healer, and that's a tank.
サポート頼むぞ
Really strong Kazapo there. And the Lump Shaman has a lot more MP to go around. Well, everybody's sleeping, so why not? Angry sleepers. He gets struck by lightning and punched and doesn't wake up. Must be hibernating. He was waiting for Grace to come to this. That's not the reference I got. Might be of something I don't remember. Starry the Demon, hi there. Another one of those. The cat almost got in the way, although I've started the wrong random battle. And I don't know if he drops anything good or whatever. But I also just try to kill him before he can run away. If you have a skill called Mercurial Thrust, that's good against this type of enemies because it forces you to act first in the turn. never mind, I get silenced and he runs away. So that's another fail. Oh, I get what the Grease reference was now. I just didn't think of it as short for Christopher. An anime with a gauntlet protagonist. Also not sure what that one means. How did I get up there now? There's our first breach into the 500s. This case boss should be afraid, whoever he is. I think we're about to find out. Also, that's what those weird non-pressure plates were. There are portals who haven't activated yet. So I just heal up and come back here. I don't know if every Dragon Quest game does this. I mean, of course not, because it doesn't take effect in this one, but I think in Dragon Quest 9, if you try to zoom inside a cave or something, you'll just hit your head on the ceiling and not be
あ
able
れ
to
が
work.
次元竜ネグルだ。奴は術にかかって眠っている。倒すなら今のうちだよ。
You woke him up with your
魔
talking.
族の王子らよ。愚かだな。魔界の第二王子ともあろう者が。
騙されるですって。
私はそこにいる男の野望を止めに来た。奴の真の目的とは楽園を守ることではない。魔界、人間界、天界、すべての世界を終焉させ、新世界の王に君臨することなのだ。
やれやれ。まさかこんなタイミングで目覚めるなんて。あとほんの少しだったのに。でもまあ仕方がない。全部彼の言う通りだ。この世界には悲しいことが多すぎる。一度滅びなければ僕たちは救われないんだ。
Some very twist final villainish speech we have there.
だけど誰もこのことを理解してくれない。ねえ、そうでしょ。兄さんは分かってくれるよね。残念。ねえネグル、もしここで僕らが戦ったら君はどっちに加勢するの？
兄弟喧嘩に付き合うつもりはない。お前たちの戦いを見定めてから決める。
そういうわけで僕たちはここでどちらかが死ぬことを運命づけられた。もし僕が負けたとしても最後に戦ったのがあなたならば後悔はない。さあ行くよ。
Oh, we're fighting here with our monsters. Oh, yeah. That's pretty different. Because I was gonna say, Saro can't attack people, can he? Or does Rudo not count for that, because he's like a elf monster? Alright, to save Saro would have agreed, truthfully or not. I guess it depends whether it would involve wiping out everybody. Like, no exceptions. Anyway, we need our tank on the lineup. The Lump Shaman is pretty good for damage. So I've been neglecting to use this, but a really useful spell he has is Umfo, which is a part-wide attack buff. That's especially useful if you want to scout a monster, because then you buff everybody's attack before you try the show of force. Okay, can you also accelerate to everybody, why not? Oh, thanks for ruining my strategy. At least the revival worked.
これを
Good one. Yeah, maybe it was some elemental weakness.
ほっ これを
I'll swap out the steal for a bit, because they are just several turns on the brink of dying. Oh, I can't tell him to defend because he's sleeping. Oh, if he revives, he can act on the same turn. Didn't know that. There goes my healer. Those two are not gonna be great for damage. Guess they can at least hold in while he's in frenzy state. I don't have a revival item, so I think that might be it. Unless he's also about to die. So we didn't lose money because I had deposited it. But I'll reload the save anyway so I can get back the healing items I used up. So we definitely need to get a lot stronger. the Horseman hasn't done anything impressive in the large size, so I might shrink him back down. And I could definitely use an offspring with higher mana. Can you get your brother as a party member? In theory, he could be. But those games sometimes it's very rare, but they do have some enemies that are only enemies. You can't like have them. But you wouldn't be the first very human-like monster in this series. Let's make into this dragon for a bit and see how that works out. You are definitely not strong enough yet. Actually, how about I fuse both my not so useful party members? Maybe I should try to min-maxing and just go with 2 attack boosting talents. I think it's worth experimenting at least. Yeah, this. I don't wanna turn the Metal Dragon to anything else yet, because I do really like him. But I can just reset his level to get more skill points. I think those last 3 are strong enough for now, so I can keep them like this. Or do I just reset their levels since I'm doing it with everybody anyway? Oh, there's another monster with 4 stars on wisdom. Giga Dry Magic sounds interesting to have. And now just a hero left. I think this one just gets a level reset.
Mata. よろしくね。ありがとうよ。
So now we just level them up all over again. I don't think I'll be strong enough to beat the boss by the end of the stream, but again, we might be able to try one more time. What if you try going for these strong enemies straight away? Thanks.
Support 頼むぞ。命大事に。
Good tanking. Given the Olm of Minster. You know that why is this person so mad at me, or you have somebody with their face under a shadow? For some time I actually wanted somebody to draw me like that, but then you need somebody else to be beside you smiling. I'd imagine myself with like my face totally hidden by a shadow and you'll just see two glowing eyes behind it. Also second time in the entire save this happens. But I'm not complaining. Would be nice if you could find another metal slime now. I have those experience items, but my entire party needs this experience, not just one monster. Mimic? Nope.
Oh,
Somebody just defecate inside that chest.
oh.
Right, that's a tiny Dark Slime King. I don't like how it looks. almost back to making the big numbers. So it's about the time I usually end the stream, and I'm clearly not strong enough for the boss yet. But it does feel strange to just end it, so I'll see if there's at least something new I can show off. There's this guy, which I haven't spoken to a lot. Basically, he gives you special dungeons, which you can only take a certain type of monster in. And I've not done any of those yet, because I was waiting to do them on stream. But I also don't know if I have enough good monsters to do any of those, since I've used so many of them already. So let's try that slime dungeon with just those ones that I've got. Basically, the Dark King side will have to hard carry it. But it should be an easy dungeon. I guess the one monster that's different from everybody else should be done of the queue. And it might be this one. Oh, not really. If every floor has multiple rooms, that makes it more difficult. Oh, okay, you can just see the key hovering around him. That's easier. I wonder how many levels there are. It doesn't tell you. Just have to make sure it's not in this room.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Okay, if you wanna fight that much. It's over there. Oh, the monster of the kid just despawned. But there he is again.
Oh.
Feels like the floors get bigger every time.
Oh.
We are going a bit over time, so I think I might just quit the dungeon if the next floor is not the final one. It's not any of those. I was hoping that was like a checkpoint. That would be a good excuse to end. What happens if I scout the monster with the key?
Yoshi.
Nice that also comes. If you can scout the monsters in the dungeon, this might be worth visiting for that purpose. Because there's a lot of monsters here you don't find in the wild. Alright, so is this the final floor? Sounds like it. Oh, what an interesting choice for a boss. Imagine if it just runs away. Oh, that's an interesting way to develop your team. It's just not super good for grinding because of the restriction of who you can take. But I might dabble with it off stream. Anyway, it is time to end now. Also, may you remember that last time I said I would try raiding somebody and ended up not doing it? And that was because I had too strict of my criteria, because I said I would look for another VTuber playing this game, and there wasn't anybody playing this on Twitch at the time. I don't think there will be anybody now either. So just for the sake of doing this at least once, let's try casting a wider net this time. So if I can find another relatively small English VTuber that's playing a JRPG, I'll try raiding them, preferably another Dragon Quest game. But either way, that's it for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope to see you on the next one. And have a good night.